Hey everyone, what's up? John Doe, Shaq, K-Dun, unknown user, welcome. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Sorry I was gone for so long. My computer took a lot of troubleshooting to get fixed, and it was really funny because all the days I wanted to stream were when parts were supposed to show up, so I was like, oh, I'll just swap in this new piece and we'll get right back to it, and instead spent hours troubleshooting, losing my mind, and then just decided not to stream because I was in a pretty sour mood, if you can believe it. I've been stress testing the new computer. So far, so good. We can play games on it. I just think that with all the money I spent on parts, I'm just going to be focusing on commissions only to try to recoup some of that. So we're going to be doing Gigi today, and then Thursday I have a couple other 3D printed projects. Oh my god, my washer is making so much noise. I'm so sorry. A couple other 3D projects that I need to get started working on as well, but GG will be the focus going forward. So, that's the schedule segment. I found another YouTube playlist which hopefully has more variety than the last couple ones. Oh wait, that reminds me. I need to get my reference up. Hang on one second. So I know what I'm painting, right? Maybe it'll show up on my history. Found it. Okay. What's up, Mercenary? How you doing? Howdy. I've gone from GM1 to Diamond. Oh, no. That sucks. As far as competitive games go, I added a friend on Dota. Okay, I added a guy on Dota who turned out to be a cool friend. And then he's been adding other people too. And now we've got like a little Dota group of like 10 people. So, and they've been super chill with me, like coming back to the game and being kind of dumb. So it's been a fun time relearning the game because it's changed a lot in the last 13 years since I last played it. But now I'm playing a PvP game again. Fellow Dota gamer, what's up, Snaps? Hell yeah. I've been maining position 4, mostly Ogre Mage, and then I decided to get Froggy and I started learning Rubik. And Rubik's been a struggle because he's a character that steals spells for the people who don't play Dota. So you have to know what all the other spells are in the game, keep an eye out for them, and then steal them right after they cast it so that way you can have it for the rest of the game. But someone else I found that is really fun is Silencer and Nyx Assassin. I've stopped now, put all my time into Tekken. Oh, nice. I run League and Dota when I hit the highest rank and stop. I see. I can't even play ranked in Dota, so right now my goal is to get 100 hours played. And then start queuing ranked. But I don't know, it's just been fun having a play group that's not been mean. And the game's not been too toxic in my experience, so and I don't feel like I'm throwing because it's more I don't know, maybe it's more forgiving than Marvel Rivals. Or maybe I just feel like in a 5v5 game I can have more of an impact than in a 6v6 game. I don't know. But I've been enjoying it a lot lately. Oh yeah, I heard ranked in Dota, you have to play in the EU if you want to, number one, find matches with a reasonable time, and number two, play in a player pool that actually is people of that rank and not smurfing. But I don't know. There's another YouTube channel that does Herald reviews, and Herald is like is bronze tier of the MMR brackets for Dota. And the channel's called Jenkins. And it's just funny to watch how bronze people play. So my goal is to like join these games and not play like a bronze player. So, but I have friends who are like Archon and Immortal, and they're like, yeah, I'd rather have you on my team because you at least listen. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm having some sort of impact one way or another. All right. So last time on Dragon Ball Z, we started putting our base coats down, and we started pink. Now, don't worry about the pink being splotchy, because we're going to put coats of yellow on top of it, and we want the yellow will flatten it out and make it smooth. But yeah, we put a lot of pink down. So now we get to come through, and we're going to put a lot of our other colors on top of Gigi, especially basic skin tone. We'll get to make her not look like a demon, though she is kind of demonish, gremlinish. My wet palette's wet enough, I think. I hadn't played Dota since Dota 1 until last year, and since I'm good at MOBAs, they just figured I was a smurf. Oh, that sucks. Queue times on NA were like 45 minutes to an hour. See, you know what's funny about a 45-minute to an hour queue time? You can play a game of Dota in 45 minutes to an hour. So while you're waiting to play a game of Dota, you could play a game of Dota. That's awful, though. The other thing that's been crazy for me coming back to, or playing Dota, has been just people taking unranked way too seriously. But it only happens once out of every like 20 games. Okay, so the stars are yellow and the base is orange. So we'll start. We got yellow. That's orange. How's it going, Luminous Dave? Your immune system cosplaying a small Victorian child. Hopefully you feel better soon. I've been noticing I've been getting a cough today, so I'm hoping it doesn't turn into something worse, because I'm like hoping to see my wife this weekend. I'm traveling for work this week, tomorrow specifically. Well, I mean, my job involves a lot of travel, a lot of driving, but I don't want to be visiting customers and I'm like, oh hey, I'm and they're like, yeah, get out of here, don't come in. So, if I could have an IV drip of vitamin C, I would be doing that right now. Let's get my brushes out of the way. Where's my big flat brush? There we go. This guy. Hopefully I sound okay. The last time I streamed was on this computer, so I don't think I've needed to change my settings a whole lot. The other thing that I noticed in Dota was Silencer is one of my favorite characters. And he was one of my favorites back in Dota 1. But I've been playing him so much that I'm on a 6-game win streak with him. And then for whatever reason, I'll queue into game and be like, I'm going to pick someone else. It's like, what? I should be playing the character I'm winning with if I want to keep winning, you know? And that way I'm not throwing for my team. We had Silencer has this cool mechanic where, Silencer is BS, yeah. Silencer has this cool mechanic where every time he kills an enemy or participates in the kill of an enemy, he steals one of their intelligence points permanently. And we had a game the other day where we killed 4 of them. So I started the lane with 4 extra intellect. I ended the game with 67 points stolen. It's 1 point, and then you get the Aghanim shard, and it turns into 3. He has to kill them, and participation no longer counts? Oh. Unfortunately, Aghanim shard doesn't make it retroactive like it does for Legion Commander's duel. But that game I had such a... Hey, what's up, Kuro? I had such a lead that my team was like, okay, at the 15-minute mark, you need to buy Shard because you're just crushing this game. It was funny, too, because I picked position 4, so, like, I'm trying to support my teammates. And my teammates were like, no, you can take a little bit more core stuff. And I'm like, dang, if I knew this, I would have gotten the better facet. It's 2 and 4 with Shard? Oh my god, never mind. I'm wrong. And I just played the game. Oh, there's still so much. There's a lot going on. There's like, what, 140 characters? Like, and they just added a new guy, so it's like, there's so many mechanics to be aware of. I like Skeleton King. He was called Skeleton King back in Dota 1, but I think they had to change his name to Wraith King. I was playing him today, but did not win either of my games with him. He's good because he only has one active button, so it's kind of hard to like screw up mechanically, and then you just have to worry about farming. But yeah, a lot of damage, very tanky. Used to be you need to level up one of his skills, yeah, and then they changed it and made everything a passive now. He has 2 active buttons. You don't have to activate Resurrect. It can go off on its own. You just need mana for it. Oh, yeah, you do have the skeleton, the undead army call button. I totally spaced on that. Yeah, Blade Mail's still really good. A lot of characters build that. I've seen some surprising characters build that. Like, apparently it's pretty common for a Queen of Pain to build that item. And I would not have expected a squishy caster character to be like, yeah, I'm going to build an defensive armor item that reflects damage. But I think it's because she lifesteals off of the damage reflect is why they build it on her. I don't know. I don't play Queen of Pain. I'm amazed they didn't nerf it. They might have changed like percentages around or costs to build it, but no, it's not really nerfed. I mean, Axe, Legion Commander, Centaur, Bristle, all want to build it. Oops, I didn't mean to put my finger there. Well, I'm not going to turn this into a therapy session, but I've been bouncing between technical issues. I got my computer fixed, or up and running. It's not 100%. My hard drives aren't working. But I was like, okay, I can start... I have some 3D printed orders I need to start printing again. I start a print last night, and I wake up this morning and the print failed, which was really, really frustrating because 2 weeks ago, I started a 3D print, and it went fine a bunch of times. So, another screwy thing has happened. Can't catch a break on my technology. I'm just glad like my internet's working and my microphone's working and my headset's working. OBS is working. Because the way my luck was going, it was like, yeah, everything's just going to keep falling apart. My car still works. My refrigerator works. My microwave works. Yeah, exactly, John. It's been horrible. We need a tech priest to come in and just be like, okay, what offering can I make to the machine spirits to appeal to them when they start working again. The frustrating thing about my printer not working though is I thought it was an issue with how it was leveled, where while it was one of the feet wasn't flat on the table, so it had a little bit of a wobble to it, and as it was printing, it would shake. And that little bit of wobble, that little bit of shaking was ruining the prints. I took that out, I screwed in everything, everything's perfectly, I used the bubble level and everything, I made it perfectly, square. And then it was like print. And I was like, man, okay, I'm caught up. And then I leave it alone for 2 weeks, and I come back to it, and I print one more thing, and then it's like, what? I was like, how the hell do you just... Nothing happened to you in 2 weeks. Nothing happened between the two models I printed. And then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know how to print anymore. I'm like, okay, sure. So it's back to the drawing board to figure out what made that not want to work. But that's a tomorrow will problem. One M&M candy. Yeah, if that thing had a candy slot, I would buy it candy, but... I got a fresh order today in the store too, and I forgot I took my shop out of vacation mode to accept a private order. So now I have like 2 orders I need to work on, and my printer's not working right. So that's the added stress. For the complex stuff, I offer a stick of RAM. Yeah, that's a little expensive of an offering. The Etsy store has been doing really well that I can probably afford to buy another printer. Like, I will make the money back on it for sure. I've had it for over a year now. I had one person say that, oh yeah, these things, if you keep replacing the components, they'll last you a long time. And I said, okay, that sounds great. What component do I need to replace here? And the guy goes, yeah, I have no clue. And I asked someone else, and he goes, oh yeah, they last like anywhere from a year to 3 years. I'm like, oh, well, I've already had it a year. He's like, yeah, it could be going bad on you. They're, they're all made in China, But if it's, $250 for a printer, I only need to sell 5 models. And then I break even, Well, almost even. I have to consider the resin. Okay, so let's say 6 models to cover the resin for all of them and the printer. So I might buy a second printer to see if the issue persists on it. Heard that the AI bubble is slowly shrinking. It was really funny to see the CEO of Microsoft being like, please use more AI. I was like, uh-oh. I think we went a little too hard on this AI thing, and we're not seeing the returns we thought we would. And then recently, what he came out and was like, "Oh yeah, AI is doing really well." And it's because you named all of your Office products Copilot. So like you just like shuffled some hats around, and we're like, now we're like, "Hey, AI is doing great." Like, okay, buddy, sure. Like, don't get me wrong, I use AI. There are things that it's helpful with. It's really good for helping organize your thoughts. Like, if you sit down and you're like, okay, I want to do this. Like, I want to make a weekly schedule. Like, here's where I'm working. Here's when I want to work out. Here's when I want to stream. And it's like, okay, how does this look? Like, it can help you, like, organize and put stuff together. But, like, using it as a end-all, be-all of, oh, I made a Disney animated film using AI. Like, no, you didn't. You know, or the other one that was going around the other day where people were like, oh, I used... Was it Genie, I think it was called? Or like, hey, look, I made Dark Souls in AI. And, like, the character would, like, rotate back and forth and, like, features would, like, disappear off the screen and stuff because it couldn't remember what it had already generated. It was like, yeah, this isn't going to work. LLMs are at best an improved version of Google. And that should be fine. But, like, then you got people who, like, are trying to, like, publish stories using AI. And it's like, if you wrote it all yourself and had AI edit, maybe you'd be okay. Maybe. But, I mean, I'm talking, like, from start to finish, AI completed products. Not good. I don't think we're there yet. But yeah, it's definitely a scam in terms of hype. It was definitely overpromise and underdeliver. Wasn't there a platform or a studio or an app or a company that got exposed where they were like, oh yeah, our AI can program apps or something like that, and it was just they had hired out a whole bunch of interns to do the programming on the behind the scenes. I mean, the Pandora's box on AI is open. It's not going away. But it's not what a lot of people were trying to say it was or could do. So we'll just have to learn to use it as a tool and accept that it is a tool, but it is not a decision maker or a money maker or a platform maker. There was someone who published a video where it was like explaining the AI bubble, but with using monkeys and bananas. And to summarize a 12-minute video, it was basically like the AI bubble is that everyone's been investing in AI, but AI doesn't make any revenue. So that's where the bubble is going to burst. Like, there's no money to be made by itself, like as a standalone thing. So that monkey channel is great. I love it. It's like we took a lot of we explained what a bubble is. We explained what leverage is. We did explained human psychology, or I guess primate psychology, and in 12 minutes, and it was great.
Could you pass the yellow?
Oh, I have a voice in my head. The yellow's right there. More .com stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I was explaining that I had to do an essay on that back in middle school on the .com burst. Maybe not an essay, maybe just like a book report or something. I can't remember. Too long ago. 30 years ago. Not that long ago. I'm not that old. But definitely a while ago. Yeah, it's just this cycle that feeds into itself, and people overhype an item that, in the monkey's case, you know, they're buying bananas and there's a fear of missing out, so they keep buying bananas and they create this artificial scarcity, and the bubble bursts when the monkeys start to realize, oh hey, it's just a banana, it's a commodity, you're supposed to eat it, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't make any money, and then the price of banana crashes. So the AI is kind of doing the same thing, where it's been hyped up, people are throwing money in it because they think they're going to make a lot of money back on their investments and stuff. And then it just comes out, it's like, it doesn't do anything. So, yeah, so we're at that stage right now. Monkey Explains is the channel. Thank you. I didn't know what the name was. I just seen it in my feed, and I was like, oh, this looks like a good channel. And it was explained really well. Okay, maybe I can hold it. Nope, it wasn't dry enough for me to do that. Shoot. Alright, well, we'll have to put more layers. Alright, we'll let that dry. Scoot you over there to dry. We'll just put more layers on layer later. Let's start painting some skin. Uh-oh. Did this dry out? No! Oh, there's a crack in my lid. It probably dried out because of that. What is... I might have to buy new paint so I can finish this. Wow, that really sucks. I might have another bottle of this somewhere. Hang on a second. Nope, I do not. Shoot. Alright, I have to go to Hobby Lobby to pick up another one. Bro, that sucks so much. Oh man. I have another bottle of it. Yes! I don't know why. They're both model color too. The labels are different. Oh well. Not gonna complain. I'm just happy that I must have bought a skin tone kit that this was in. Alright. Use a different brush in case there's yellow or orange or pink in the other brush. Alright, so this is her thigh piece. Connects to the other leg. And skin we only need to do 2 or 3 coats on, so this should go pretty easily. I do need to one of these days stream Tactics so I can try to beat WeGraph again. I was enjoying that game. Oh, to compound on my tech issues, because I replaced my processor and motherboard trying to troubleshoot what was wrong with my computer. When I plugged the computer in, Photoshop and Voxel Dance Tango and a couple other softwares were like, uh-oh, this is a different computer. We're going to deactivate now. You have to buy another key. I was like, no, it's still the same computer. So that's why I have the MS Paint thumbnail, because I still don't have access to Photoshop. I probably just need to reinstall it. That should fix it. There's a certain way I have to reinstall it to make it work, but we can do that. Though Adobe's been in the news recently, so maybe it's finally time for me to buy DaVinci. Or is that a free software? I can't remember. Hey, take it easy, Dave. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, for video editing. The joke is, you don't make videos, so why do you need software for video editing? It's like, well, I want to try to make videos. I think I'll make a couple of simple reviews when I get my either Premiere reinstalled or DaVinci. Since over my break, I was playing Luck Be a Landlord, and I thought that game was pretty fun, pretty simple. But I've reviewed similar games on the channel, so I was like, okay, cool, it'd probably be good for me to review this game too. Alright, I'll have to let that dry. My little drying rack? Okay. a little bit more control on this piece, so that way I don't put flesh tone on her eyes or mouth. I'll make it easier to paint later. Sorry, I was quiet. I was gamer facing for a bit there. Having my fingers all over girls again. Yep. What is up, Daniel? How are you doing? Doing okay, feeling a little off. Like having a light cold. Oh man. Dave was talking about feeling sick. I'm starting to feel sick. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Hambly got his lifetime ban lifted from Wizards and Hasbro. He's yet to share the rest of the details from the court case. I didn't know that he had sued Hasbro. I mean, good for him. He probably needed a win. I don't keep up with him, but wasn't sounding like things were going well in his corner of the internet. Sorry, hang on. I need it up close for a second. He had to win or Wizards would keep going after people for more stupid stuff, such as the way someone eats their sandwiches. What? Did someone get banned for eating a sandwich in a weird way? Someone bite their Pop-Tart in the shape of a gun. Yeah, I remember that story. That was a little wild. That dry. I think that's all I had for skin right now. I think we can do orange on her stripes. Or the paint a little shake to mix it up. Well, if Jeremy won his lawsuit, what was I trying to say there? Hey, what's up, Blue Bomber? Thanks for watching on Twitch and YouTube. I'm sorry I didn't respond to you earlier. I hope you're having fun with your retro game. I hadn't heard of it before. But I think Wizards got in trouble for securities fraud too, for not for overprinting their product. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but also dug out an old game, Heavy Metal Fact 2. It's currently abandonware, so grabbed it before it got relicensed. Okay, I don't know what that is. Hopefully that's fun. Third-person action adventure. Okay. It's like Bomberman plus Contra. Okay. That sounds cool. I want to check that out. It's called Robo Warrior. Okay. I saw a video essay in my feed, but I didn't watch it. It was something like, the hardest video game ever. You only have one life. And it was Contra. I was like, I'm pretty sure Contra is infamous for having a cheat that gives you a ton of lives. Is the pink base working out for the orange? What's up, Yusha? I think it's looking pretty good. I mean, it's a little splotchy in person. The camera's doing a nice job of smoothing it, I guess you could say. And I don't want to pick it up because it's wet. I just put the yellow and the orange on. But yeah, I think so. I think the pink base is working out for the orange because the orange is really thin. I don't know if you can tell from my palette, but it's super watery. Like, it doesn't hold its pigment very well, so it definitely needs the base layers. It needs to be built up. Oh my goodness. I'm getting raided by Trix Treats. What is up? How are you guys doing? Trix, I hope you were having fun with your game. Or whatever you were streaming. Maybe you were just doing a hangout session too. Who knows? Well, you know. You could tell me. But if you have to raid and run, I totally get it. Welcome, raiders. We are relaxing and painting. Because my week of troubleshooting tech issues has been a nightmare. So we're just keeping things relaxed tonight. Is this the Fire Emblem theme and just piano? Three houses. I realized when I said Fire Emblem, that's not specific enough. The color of sunrise. Hell yeah. It is the Trix Treats takeover. Trickster takeover. I misread. Oh. Three Houses had some incredible music. Probably better than Engage's music. Well, this was a nice version. I don't think I've heard this one before. James accomplished that? Accomplished what? Oops. Look up in chat. AVGN. Reminds me of, again, of an AVGN anecdote, how one day before school he turned on Contra and beat it so he could legit say, I beat Contra before breakfast. Sorry, I didn't realize AVGN was James. That's why I was confused. James Rolfe, alright. Is he still making videos? Yeah? Oh, good for him. Contra and Super Contra C aren't too hard to beat once you memorize the enemy placement. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just laughing at memory is a strong skill I have in games and stuff. So it's just like my brain immediately took what you said, Yusha, like extrapolated it into a ridiculous scenario where it's like, oh yeah, Street Fighter's not that hard when you memorize the frame data of every move in the game. I don't know why, but that's where my brain went, and that's why I chuckled. But yeah, if the enemy placement's static, then that's not... That would make speedrunning that game quite easy too, right? Okay, now I gotta remember for her shirt. I think the triangles are black. Maybe this part of the shirt is yellow and she has an orange belt. Double check. I think I was correct. Yep. Like 8 to 10 videos a year. That's still pretty good. I remember trying to make a video a week. Boy, those were different times, huh? I don't know how I would do that today. I would run out of topics so fast. I started liking his non-AVGN videos more. So where he's not playing the angry video game nerd, he's more... Oh, they're more about movies. Okay, that's cool. Oh, speaking of YouTube and movies, I heard the Markiplier's movie is not too bad, and it's actually performing decently well considering the budget and the box office. Video's called Contra Memories. Can't give the full title because YouTube doesn't like the name of his channel. Fair enough. I can find it off of that probably. It did great for an indie movie. Yeah. I think my wife wants to see it, so I don't know if we'll see it this weekend, if I can get her to the theater, or we'll just wait for it to come out on Netflix and watch it there. Posted 13 years ago. Damn, I feel older every year. Funny thing about feeling older every year, you do get older every year. I know it sucks to be reminded of that though. Glad my body I wish my body would have waited till I hit my 40s before hitting me with all the health issues, but thankfully I have a nice doctor and health insurance, so I'll get all that figured out. Okay, orange belt. What's up, Squid? How are you doing? It is Gigi. We are working on her slowly but surely. I did manage to become active and fit last year. That helped a lot. I signed up for a 6-week transformation challenge at my gym. So, my official weigh-in for the start is tomorrow. So, hopefully I lose some weight and start looking and feeling better. Is that pointy enough? Here we go. It's a butter brush. Hell yeah, Blue Bomber. The return of the femboy workout? Nope. And that's wild too that it was called that. I found this couch to 5K workout, and then everyone's like, "Oh, you're doing the femboy workout." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And the couch to 5K was part of that, but that wasn't what I was doing when I found the couch to 5K workout. But I'm gonna have 6 weeks of 2 personal training sessions a week. So hopefully one way or another it helps me. I'm hoping sticking to it like 6 weeks just gets me in the habit again where it's just like automatic. And I don't. It's weird the excuses that you'll find to not go to the gym. Or I'll like put the laundry off for like weeks. And then it's like, oh, I need to. Alright, it's time to go to the gym. And then it's like, oh, I'm letting the laundry pile up. Maybe I should do the laundry. It's like, dude, you let the laundry sit for this long? Like, you just let it sit there to be an excuse to not go to the gym. So managed to lose 36 kilograms over the last year, improved my endurance. Hell yeah. What I say, Among Justice, Gigi is my favorite. Ooh, Good question. Gigi is pretty hilarious. She might be my favorite. I have to think though, who else is Injustice? I don't know my generations that well, and with all the unfortunate graduations, like my brain just doesn't keep track. Aurora? Okay. That's the cat girl. Cecilia. Yeah, I know Cecilia. Who else is in there? Elizabeth? Is that ERB? She might be my favorite, but only because I like her design the most. Or is it Elizabeth Rose Bloodframe? Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's in Justice alongside Gigi, Cecilia, and Rora. Raora. You know, I haven't listened to her music or watched any of her streams. I am the worst. I just love her for her design. I think it's only fair for me to probably say Gigi's my favorite, because I've probably watched more of her stuff than any of the others. And all her stupid gremlin energy sayings and everything is so... She's so funny. Her design's really neat too. The oversized hoodie, the built-in cooling system in the sleeves, and the jetpacks on the shoes and everything. Hey, she's a Libra too. That's pretty cool. I did like her chasing Mori down to play League of Legends. I thought that was pretty funny. I don't play too much He the Hololive as much as I used to. I don't watch them as much as I used to either. I was a big, I fell in love with Crony when she played Return of the Obra Dinn, one of my favorite games. And I thought it was really cool that she found some sort of filter to put on her model to make her the 1-bit dithered graphics to like kind of match the graphics of the game. That was a fantastic stream. And then she's just done... I don't know, she has weird energy where she, like, will get depressed and then remember that she's streaming and then, like, come back with her energy. Like, I don't know. She was funny with Vesper, and it's a shame that he graduated. I don't think the guys have as much luck as the girls. I also love Crony's design so much. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I was going to do something. I'm painting. What color was I going to paint? Probably gray. Just get some base colors. Oh, that was weird. Can I get the nozzle off and not the... It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to come out like that. Screw it. Just pour it out this way. That might be a little bit too much. But I have a feeling I'm going to be replacing that soon. Get my sticks ready to put these on. So these are the spotlights that go into the holes on the base. And I have them numbered so I know which order they're supposed to go in. I might do like a pale yellow or something on the inside to make it look like a light. Different than the flat yellow that I'm painting the base. I'm just carefully doing the inside of the rim. My favorite hololiver is probably Mori, though. I love her music a lot. I've raided into her a couple times on YouTube, and she shouted me out, so that's an easy way to become my favorite. And her design is gorgeous, too. I have a Mori figure, one of the pop-up parade figures. It's actually really funny. It's two Asukas behind her, Mori, and then Power and Anise right in front of her. Anise from Nikkei, Goddess of Victory. Which brush was I just using? That one. Yeah, the only Mori model I have for 3D printing is the casual outfit for her. It would be really cool if I had her base outfit. Because that would be fun to print and paint. She's got to be up there with as one of the most subscribed English hololivers, right? I feel like she does a lot of the idol work. Yeah, I don't have the numbers in front of me. I'm sure. I think Gura still might be number one. Even after all this time. Unless YouTube started doing the thing where it's like, oh, she hasn't posted in a while. Time to start unsubscribing people from her. Okay. 2 down, 3 to go. This is a weirdly shaped piece. Just check. Gura's at 4.7 and Mori's at 2.4. Yep. I figured Gura was still up there. I knew it was she was the most subscribed when she was active. Something crazy I've seen recently in VTubing was and I know the internet's been going crazy about it, was is it Sarure? Her mocap suit, when the tracking with that, where the chair has tracking, her gun has tracking, her knife has tracking. Insane setup. It's like, I look at it, it's like, oh man, that would be really cool to have. And it's like, what the hell would I do with that sort of setup? Because I sit and play video games or I paint. But it would be fun to mess with, like, you know, have a day with it. But incredible work on that. I saw a picture on Twitter that gave me inspiration for a new outfit idea. I probably need to modify it a little bit, because it's if I just ripped it one for one, it's a little too it's a little too slutty. It's the only word I can think of for it. It exposes a lot of skin. But it has cool aspects to it. It has a cool cape. And I like cool capes. Oh yeah, John Doe's. I showed it to John. That's how you get the views. Yeah, but I don't want to lure people in and then be like, all right, now it's time for me to do my boring painting stream. I'd probably have to do more BFE ASMR. And when I say more, I mean I've only done one video ever as a joke. Okay, one more to go. TPP OST. Yeah, I just nabbed this playlist because it was 5 hours and it had a lot of variety. Twilight Princess, okay. It's a... Oh, it loops after an hour and 40. Dang, I was like scrolling down to see like what all is in here, and then at 140 the guy just puts loop. Alright. Well, I probably won't let it loop. I'll find something else when it reaches the end. What I was doing. Yeah, the N64 playlists were pretty good, but it kept picking like the same 5 games, and it's like, okay, I know these are like the eternal classics of the N64, but there were more games, and you could have picked them. Any of them. Ah. Sorry, microphone was in the way. I just punched it with my paintbrush. All 64. I'm willing to bet there was more than 64 games on the Nintendo 64. I could probably name 20, though. That's better than the PlayStation 5. They call it the PS5, but there's probably, what, 2 games on it? 2 exclusive games, I should say. Before I get hit with the actually. I just need them to remaster Bloodborne. Sony, my soul is yours. Or just sell it back to FromSoft and let them do it. Before they make The Last of Us Remastered again, Part 4. Hey, what's up, Cerulean? The rule applied, then the Commodore 64 would have broken. I think the number for that is like 6,400. That's a lot. Okay, so there's like black around her jets. Black on the heel. And the bottom of her shoe. Okay. It's like Sony hates money, but it's also... I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's an ego thing where they're like, we paid this studio to make a game, and they made a better game than anything else that we've made. Kind of like with Bethesda and Fallout New Vegas. And it's like, alright, Obsidian, you can make New Vegas, but it has to be our engine or whatever the limitations were, and then they cooked. And then they're like, okay, we'll just never acknowledge it or re-release it or do anything with it ever again. It's insane that God of War's on PC and Bloodborne isn't. Very true. Yeah, I just looked at her shoes. Wrong tab. Chat by accident. Ego's still a force that trumps greed in a lot of aspects. True. So a lot of examples I can think of that. Prepare for a long message because there's a lot more to the different releases globally than you'd think. Are you talking about for like Sony games on PC? Oh, what are you... What releases are you talking about then? So I'm painting this all black. Oh, the Blaster Master spinoff. Yeah, if you want to tell me about it, sure. I'll try to read it. The Talon is supposed to be gold, but I think gold on black is going to look better than if I just put gold straight onto the white primer. It's a trick I learned from painting Space Marines, is you want a black base coat for your metallics. And I would guess her toes count. Sorry, I'm being careful with my edgings. That's why I keep bringing it up to my face. I'm trying to keep it in the camera, but... I don't want to mess up. Oop. Okay. This sounds like Final Fantasy, but I don't immediately recognize which Final Fantasy it is. I guess that means it could be what, Dragon Quest? Alright, just do that one more time. I have to look up the song, though, before I lose my mind. I don't think it's... Final Fantasy. It's old RuneScape. It says Garden. Oh, I dropped some frames. I don't know why my thing hiccuped. Hopefully this computer isn't about to break on me. I've got enough spare parts now after fixing the other computer that I could fix this one now. Hopefully this one doesn't kick the bucket, though. I don't want to troubleshoot another computer. See what I mean with variety, though? We've even got RuneScape music on this playlist. It's pretty good. Oh, take it easy, Isha. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck on your work call. I need to pay it off. Yeah. It has 3 difficulties: easy mode, normal mode, and hard mode. And the hard mode is JP for the Japanese version. Was this figure a commission? It was, Abby. And the guy who ordered it's been very patient with me, but I spent a bit of money fixing my computer, so I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to focus on commissions for the time being to pay off. You use one hobby to pay for the other hobby. You know what I mean? Because I know after this Gigi commission, I've got another commission. I've Rias Gremory from High School of the Dead, or DXD, or whatever it's called. I read somewhere that the future of gaming is to just rent computing power from Amazon. I've heard that theory being proposed. The problem with that is the Google Stadia was supposed to be like a streamed console, and it was a catastrophic, maybe not catastrophic failure, but it wasn't a success because it's not around. If it was a success, it'd still be around. So the problem is, you can only move data at the speed of light, and unless I was playing a game that was streamed from like a warehouse or data center in Chicago, and then everyone else that I was playing that game with was also in Chicago, it wouldn't make sense. Like, I wouldn't be able to play with someone from let's say Japan. Even though I wouldn't play with someone in Japan today, because that would still be like a pretty high latency for today's standards, right? But then, like, instead of it just being like my game connected to a client, or I'm sorry, my game's the client connected to a server, and then the server connected to the other guy, you know, so it's got a couple of it's got a little bit of pings, and that creates latency. But then if it's the game to me, to the server, to the guy who also has to get it from the game, like, you're adding so many extra links to the chain that it's just gonna be unplayable for multiplayer games. I don't know. They also talk about, like, self-driving cars. But, like, there's, like, cars are a big hobby. People like to buy and fix up and show off, like, old retro cars and drive them too. Like, that's why they seek some of those old motors that, you know, aren't as eco-friendly but are awesome. So I'm sure there would be some form of gaming that would still exist. I feel like it would have to exist. That would be online. If they want to try the Stadia experiment again, they can. I mean, I can't stop them, but I feel like that's already been tried and failed, and I don't know why they'd want to do it again. Maybe we use for offline gaming. Still doesn't seem like a great idea, but yeah, I've seen the theory proposed, but I just don't think it's feasible. I don't think we have the infrastructure. I mean, we don't even have we don't even have fiber optic everywhere. I mean, like, building all these data centers is one thing, but I mean, like, we don't have the infrastructure to stream all that data, you know, to your console and back and everything else. We've had these kind of like weird price spikes on PC parts in the past. Man, John might know better than me, but didn't a company have like a massive factory like burned down or something, and like the price of hard drives just went just through the roof? Was it Crucial that burnt down a factory? Or was it Western Digital? Anyway, long story short, the history of PC parts as a hobby, like building your own computer and stuff, or PC gaming as a hobby, I should say, because I guess not everyone builds their own thing. Is that we've had these price spikes before. So right now, RAM is scarce, and 5090s are scarce, and GPUs are getting scalped because of Bitcoin mining and stuff. I feel like the market will self-regulate at some point. Either it'll be too expensive and people will get out of the hobby and that'll bring prices down, or the people who want the parts right away, they buy the short-term stock, the stuff that's expensive now, and then the people who wait a little bit longer for new supplies to come in, they'll probably pay closer to MSRP, or hopefully MSRP. One of the huge issues to me is that games become locked down. You can't mod a game running on a server like that. Yep. I agree. That's why there's some screwiness. I mean, I know Steam has made statements saying like, oh, hey, if we ever had to shut down servers, like we would figure out some way to get you your games. But then like you buy a game on, I don't know, Ubisoft. Does Ubisoft have their own client? They probably do have their own client, because I feel like they were the guys that said, oh yeah, you don't own the game, you just own a license to play the game on our server, or something stupid like that. And I was like, oh, okay. Something, if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing, I think is how the catchphrase goes. Alright, is this dry enough that I could put another coat on? Well, we can put the underside. Set the feet up to dry. You can already bypass Steam's DRM. Yeah, I'm just thinking like having, I don't know how much hard drive space it would be for me to fit my entire library on a hard drive. Like, what would I need to do right now to protect myself from Steam closing its doors tomorrow, or Gabe Newell dying and they sell the company, or something? I don't know. I'm a little too late in the game to start buying things physical. Since I've spent so much money on digital downloaded games. Or my licenses, not my actual games. Yeah, I don't buy hard drives right now. Nope. Yeah, I bought a 2 terabyte NVMe last year, and I paid less money for that than I did for a 1 terabyte NVMe I bought a week ago to go with the new motherboard, because the new motherboard has 2 NVMe slots, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I can have more hard drives in the new computer than the old computer, so let me get a second NVMe and drop it in there. So I did. But I spent more money on a 1 terabyte this year than a 2 terabyte last year. But yeah, prices are a little goofy right now, which makes my PC dying when it did very inconvenient. I had a friend on Twitter say something like, you know, if my PC busts, like, I just have to graduate as a VTuber. Like, I couldn't afford repairs. And when I first read it, I was like, yeah, that might be a little extreme. You could probably get something to work or find something cheap to work in the interim or something. But having gone through what I've gone through and like including my hard drives failing on me, it's like, oh man, if I didn't freaking back up my models and stuff, I could see where like my power supply shorting out half my components could have just been like, oh, yep, well, it was fun, guys. I can't stream anymore. I have none of the assets to do that with. Yeah, so hopefully prices regulate here soon. Or the Steam box, I don't know, saves gaming or disrupts the market in a positive way. I have a huge portion of my Steam library on external drives, mostly because the download speeds are terrible. Oh. I think I'm just like spreading. I'm not actually adding paint. Blorp, there you go. Alright, let me try this one more time. Got the underside orange done. Praying my media server drives don't start dying in droves. Yeah. Let's do another layer of orange on the front. I think I washed my orange out too much. Man, do they make a hyper-pigmented yellow or orange? I've seen hyper-pigmented reds and blues at Hobby Lobby. And I was going to get the red to try with my Asuka figure. See how red of a red it is. Oh, didn't, don't go to Hobby Lobby if you can help it. Hey, what's up, Insectoid? How are you doing, dude? Sorry, my choices of hobby shops near me are very limited to where it's Hobby Lobby or nothing. But it's the only spot where I can get Vallejo paints without paying markup. So if I wanted to buy another one of these colors on Amazon, it's $6 or $7, but they retail for $4. So like I can go to Hobby Lobby, like swing by on my way home from work and pick up another canister of paint for $4. I heard they have like 1 million paintings of AI generated. Yeah, oh yeah, there's a whole section of AI generated like wall art stuff. I'm not going there to buy that stuff though, so I just let the boomers buy their AI slop. I had to buy a suit for my company's Christmas party. I went to the mall to get my suit, and there was a gallery in the mall, and I was like, okay, cool. Let me swing by and check this place out. It was all, I kid you not, the gallery was all AI generated artwork. And the mall situation sucks now because it was like 4 arcades. The food court, I guess, is still working, or, you know, active, busy. Couple jewelry stores with like, I don't know. I wasn't in there for jewelry. I was looking for a suit. And then, yeah, just this like AI gallery. Oh, there was a As Seen on TV store, which I thought would be cool to check out, but like half of the shelves in that shop were like bare. Like it looked so depressing that there was nothing to like even look at in that store. I was like, oh, that's a cool theme, but you have like nothing to show off. You just do like me, buy your paint by the bucket. It's the best. It even says lead paint. You mean lead paint? I'm gonna have to have the talk with mom and dad about AI slop. Dude, Insectoid, it's really weird, isn't it? How like our parents have like no filter for detecting AI crap. Yeah, it's lead paint. That's the joke. That boomers have like no innate filter or defense or anything against AI stuff. Like for some reason, like you see this very obvious picture of a cactus that's like in the shape of Jesus on Facebook, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And it's like, no, that's fake. Or it's like, oh, please retweet and share this story of this sad kid, and it's like the kid has like no torso and 8 fingers and on one hand, you know, it's just like, I don't know, they just have like no filter for AI. And then pretty soon it'll just become too good for us to already tell. Many didn't have that filter for bad Photoshop. Yeah, I guess it's the same thing of like bad Photoshop getting shared on Facebook. Stand looks nice. Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately, yellow and orange are going to take a couple of coats, but that second coat of orange is looking good, and I'm hoping this yellow looks good. And I'm kind of doing broad layers right now. I'm getting a little bit off the lines. I'll clean it up later. I give that stand 3 stars. But yeah, the pink layer definitely coming in clutch there. It's plateaued in realism. It looks like plastic to me. Yeah, it does. It looks plastic. Everything just looks so smooth, and the lighting is always like. There's like 2 types of AI that I can see. I can see slop because it's just like random lines and gibberish and stuff, and it's like, okay, that's definitely AI. And then the other side of it is when it looks too perfect, and then where the uncanny valley is, it's like that's where the real art sits. Copies a known art style too well, and that's the sad thing too, is like I've heard, I'd have to look up which artists were affected the most by it, but a lot of these AI images were trained on certain artists without their permission, of course, copies their style, and then those artists who were the original, they get called out for, oh, your stuff looks like AI. It was like, I've been making this 10 years before AI was a thing. Like, no, well, you got to change styles because AI decided your style was superior and copied it. Which is kind of sad. It's already hard enough being an artist, I think. Paint her black triangles while I'm here. Really wet. Get more paint. Still really wet. Oh my god. I don't want it to run. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna put actual paint down. There was a farmer in India who got sued by McDonald's because he grew the same potatoes that they use for their fries. I'm assuming you meant grew and not drew. Oh, he grew them for ages and they retroactively claimed ownership. That is a weird thing that I have a hard time understanding, is copyrighting like genetically modified seeds and stuff. Seeing the slot made me want to draw again. I know I could do a better job than a computer that has never known beauty. It's like people never saw the movie I, Robot with Will Smith. Yeah, there was a meme image going around on Twitter I saw a few times that was like, hey, I may not be a good artist, but I can at least draw better than AI. AI will keep me employed, at least for programming. It's ruining an entire generation of junior devs. Why? Because they just tell Chat GPT to make their programs for them, and then the program doesn't work, and then they don't know how to troubleshoot it. Exactly. Jeez. It's scary to think about. Saw a horror story on 4chan, so who knows if it was real or not, but this guy had gone to a doctor, and the doctor had like an iPad, and he's like, okay, I'm supposed to be using this like AI scribe, do you consent, or something like that, and like he just kept fumbling, like trying to get this iPad's microphones AI to listen to the conversation between him and the patient, and it just wasn't clicking. I was like, okay, that sounds awful. There's two things AI can't do well: plants and rhymes with corn. Oh, you're talking in terms of image generation. Yeah, it's kind of sad, or maybe it's funny, I don't know. My wife was talking the other day about if she knew that the AI or the future is going to be so like AI focused, she's like, man, I would have gone to school for like homesteading or agriculture or something, like something that could not be replaced by AI. Like I want to learn how to grow food or animal husbandry or something, you know. I was like, yeah, something that you could do off the grid, you know. I'm sure there's already some forms of AI or automate. I mean, I definitely know there's automation used in farming, but I mean, like, I don't know what AI could bring to that. I'm sure it'll bring something, but I mean, it won't be replaced by AI entirely. I was speaking to a senior engineer earlier, and she had the same sentiment. Companies simply won't hire junior devs because the work can be offshored, or Chat GPT is good enough. Oh my god. I don't know what I would do if if I heard a company was like, yeah, Chat GPT is good enough, let me get rid of my entire IT department. That's a horrible idea. It's probably, I don't know, maybe I should have finished computer science in school, so that way by now I would have, been a senior developer or programmer. And they'd be like, Will, you gotta stay on board. We can't replace you. All the new hires, they only know AI. Oh well. If we like, I'm enjoying doing painting streams again. I should finally unwrap this and do like drawing streams. I haven't drawn in ages. I bought this on sale like 3 years ago on Amazon. It's still in its cling wrap. Art arc, yeah. It's kind of like alchemy in a way. I said I would change this before it looped, but I think it's already looping. Alright. I unfortunately have to be up early again tomorrow for work travel, so I know this is shorter than I normally stream, but I gotta wind down and get ready for bed since I have to be up early. But we got more colors, not just pink today. We did yellow, black, and orange. Just wait till you get your first furry art commission and the money it brings. Nope. I'll say there's plenty of other furry artists you can go commission. I just need to focus on the 3D painting commissions. Try to get through that backlog. Alright, we'll be back Thursday I'll be able to go later Thursday. I might be able to stream Friday, but I won't get your hopes up. Thursday for sure. Hey, no problem, Squid. Squid to goo. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back Thursday. I've got a couple other 3D printed projects that I need to take off the supports and clean up and things like that. So we'll do that Thursday. So yeah, it'll be like this again. Hope the work is worth it. This work is worth it. my actual work. Yeah, it's actually been, my job's been going really well. I really like my new gig. So I hope I stay here for a long time. But yeah, it's, I have a 2.5 hour drive in the morning, so I don't want to drive tired. Not a good idea. All right, let's find someone on Twitch and someone on. Oh, we'll raid Kai. He's playing Halo. Kai _ Aster. Boom. Alright, let's find someone over here on YouTube. Process is a little different. I think it's edit over here. Cool. Found it. Oh, Rainy's playing Wind Waker for the first time. And I haven't rated her in a while. Oh my god, and Power Guy is streaming. I didn't think he streamed anymore. I thought he was doing just edited content. Oh, I'm torn. And Jonkin's playing Cult of the Lamb. Wow, so many good streams. And Phantom's playing Nox Forward Mission 1. It's a Sora tabletop role-playing game. Alright, I just listed like 5 streams. You guys can go check them out. Oh, and Yuki and Yuna are playing Super Fantasy Kingdom. That's another game I want to play. Alright, there's like 6 people to go watch. We're going to go see Rainy. Oh, she started at 3:30. She might not still be alive. I'm sure she's still alive. I don't think her stream is still alive. Oh, Power Guy started 4 hours ago. I don't know how long his streams go. Phantom. Okay, he started 20 minutes ago. We'll catch Phantom. Okay. Power Guy streams on Twitch now? Oh, he's dual streaming? I need to follow him on Twitch then too. So he has my... Oh! There goes the the Twitch trade. Okay, alright. You guys can say hi to Phantom. Or go watch a lot of those other channels I mentioned. And I'll hopefully see you guys Thursday. Have a great week. We'll talk to you later. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.